Hello? I think we're back in the game. Can you hear me? It would appear that you can. Good evening. Welcome to the Hack Chef program, where tonight we'll be featuring such hits as cleaning out your refrigerator and making soup out of some bullshit you found. Get some beverages going here. Got some fucking music going in the back that of course is free use. Right? Right guys, free use. Don't use the shit that's not free use. They'll rip you down, dog. Cheers. Let's get started. What are we getting into tonight? Well, oh wow, that's really good. Let's get some items out of the fridge. Oh, didn't know we had that. Yeah, these will work. Papers. What is that? Soup? I don't even remember what the hell I made. What the hell's wrong? Let's get our basics ready for the soup. Celery, carrot, onions for show. We know is going in the bottom. And then we got some other bullshit we gotta beat through. But first things last, get your celery, carrot, and onion game right. Now first, I wanna think. I gotta think here for a minute. What does the final texture of your soup, what does it wanna be? What kind of life does your soup wanna have? What's up, bud? You right there? Guest host, Ciabatta the dog in the house, everybody. Give it up. Everyone's saying hello to you, bud. No? All right. He cares not about your input. So, like I said, we're making soup. You know celery, carrot, and onion are part of the game. So let's start there, and we can work our way backwards. What kind of soup are we making? Also a good question. I have this chunk of uncut sopressata, which is a little past its prime, yet still delicious. So, boy, it's delicious. Is this delicious? What do you think, buddy? Sit. Sit. Good boy. Tell me what you think about that. Yeah? He's a fan. See, we're not past its prime. But it's riding the edge. So, when I saw that, the first thought I had was we want to cook this down and use this as the fat base for the soup. Right, buddy? Chibata, you're a superstar. Everyone loves you. But you gotta stay. Hold on. So what I'm gonna do is put the pan on low, hot rather, because we're gonna render that down into crispy bits, get all the fat out of it, and then once all the fat's out of it, cook our vegetables in that. And strips of this will be okay. Can even fine dice this. Perhaps we shall. We can see this? Yeah, kinda. If only I had a fourth cam zooming in on the style cuts, but I'll show you before I put it in the pot. Voice coming through, looking good. Looking like a fucking champ, fella. Alright, start cutting this shit up. Because what we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna slowly coax all the fatty fucking flavor out of this. And then once that's reduced and the fat is sucked out of this fucking meat, the next move, the next play is, where's my scraper? Did you steal it? The fuck, where'd it go? How do I lose these things? Oh, it's under the carrots. So, where was I? We're going to render all of that down. There's the term I couldn't think of. That's just gonna get rendered. And it's gonna make a really nice, sausagey kind of base. There's some left, but I don't know. I might just snack on that throughout the meal. I'm not sure. Do we have enough in here? I mean, could always use a little more. Fuck it. Use the rest. Chibata, we gonna use the rest of this? We gonna use the rest of this or what? That's it. Good boy. Render down slowly. Extract the crispy bits of sausage that we're gonna cut up. And then cook our mirepoix, which tonight is gonna consist of celery, carrots, onions, and some other shite. Because I got it. And we'll run through what that is. And we'll tell you all about it. Yeah! We'll tell you all about it! Yeah! Alright, let's cook it down. Let's get these celery, carrots, onion right. I got this rogue half of an onion that needs to be taught a lesson here. It's sitting in the fridge. Chickens eat onions? We'll find out. This is a half an onion. Probably gonna need more than this, but I think what we'll do, you gotta think about where you want these vegetables to be in your soup. So what do we got? We got some chicken stock. We're gonna have a lot of garlic in the soup. We're gonna do a Roman bean, can't even talk. Beans up in this soup. So it's gonna be like a brothy, minestrone, ribollita kind of vibe. Is that what they call it? Because I also have some crusty old croutons. Perhaps we'll get those in there. And we have lots of herbs. Lots of herbs. And dill, which I think is a very powerful herb, which is great to use, but it's often too much. But we have it, and like an old Italian nonna, we shan't waste. We shall use. Yes, there's gonna be dill in the soup, and yes, dill may show up in my fucking meatballs. Because that's what Nonna would do. So, back to it. What we want to do is cut up these base vegetables into tiny, tiny pieces. And, or cook them down in there and then blend it up so it essentially becomes part of the soup. I don't know which I want to do yet. Let me think. We're throwing some tomatoes, some stock. And then we're gonna go in with the beans. I don't mind making like a broth with a little bit of celery, carrot, and onion. and heavy garlic, and blending that up into like a, a base, and then cooking everything in there. So like a celery, carrot, onion, garlic, a little bit of herby base with chicken stock, tomato sauce, a little bit, and blend all that up so it's liquid. And then from there, once it's liquid in the blender, cook down some proper small diced celery, carrot, onion, slices of garlic, and then we'll make the meatballs. We'll roll a couple, we'll throw it in the soup with the beans. Oh, that's right. I knew there was something else. I got this fucking kale I gotta use. I said this was gonna be great in the soup. That's where this all kind of started from. Don't forget that, asshole! So I got a lot of kale stems, which I find work very well for the soup. Especially if we're gonna blend it up. I don't mind putting the stems in the base of it to kind of get liquefied, which I think will be a good idea. I haven't done that. Usually I just like quick saute it. Tell you what, we'll use some of it. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We use about half. Same thing with the aromatics, so it makes sense. We're gonna take the celery, carrot, onion, cook it down, rough chop, put all the liquids in, give it a simmer so it's soft, blend it all. Once that's all blended, we're gonna use that as our soup base to add to more carrot, celery, onion, kale stems that we find diced, for service, like a nice slice, not just rough chop I'm gonna throw in here to go with. Once that's reduced. I also have some delicious bacon fat I know I have in my fridge I just found. I might throw that in there. Depending on how much jus we get out of this sopressat we put in here. We'll see what happens. Stash these fucking sleeves over here. God. Get a mess. And then I got some pork and some beef, and with these herbs, we're gonna make some herby ass meatballs because we got a copious amount of herbs. And I'm sick of looking at them in my fridge. Some of them gonna go in the soup, some of them gonna go in the bowls. It's gonna be great. Has any Italian ever added dill to their meatballs? Do you lose street cred if you do such a thing? It's possible. But tonight's the night, baby! We're gonna do it. We're gonna throw the fucking dill in. You know what? Fuck it. Let's put it in the soup. That makes more sense to me. Keep the dill out of the fucking meatballs. Put it in your broth, dude. And then blend the shit out of it so people can't see that it's dill. That's the move. So let's save, like I said, let's prep these nicey the way for soup, and then we'll use some of it. Shabbat boy, what's going on over there, bud? Co-hosting tonight? Is that what you're doing? Real nice. You're looking at me like I'm a crazy person. It's because I'm talking to nobody and I'm cooking. And usually it's just you and me. And now you're threatened that there's other people involved. So I'm going to do a real nice, fine little dicey dice on these kale stems, because they can be tough. You don't want the super thick, rough end. They're hard to manage also. Don't mind my finger work. I'm a professional. So we want some of these to be visible with the final product and some not. So we'll save this for final products, as that'll simmer up real nice. And we'll throw this in with this onion. Should probably throw some more onion in there, honestly. This celery. And we'll just go one carrot. We're not gonna go big on a carrot. This isn't a chicken soup, you know? That's gonna be our aromatic base, okay? And then we'll cut that up real nice. Smells really good in here, I'll tell you that. And let's throw some of these garlics in here. Maybe some of these crusty garlic. These are some garlics that I grew from my garden that I harvested quite some time ago. A little long in the tooth, as they say, but still delicious either way. So those are also going to go in the pot. Rough chop on that. Alright, so that's what we're going to use as the aromatic base, for lack of a better term. Sounds like we're getting crispy over here. Definitely pulling out some fat. We'll pull that, throw a little bit of the bacon fat in there, and a little bit of this, oh yeah, a little bit of that spiced heady chili garlic Earl that was made previously. So we'll try to pull as much of this out as we can, because this will be nice floaties in the soup later. Floaties is a technical term. Everybody knows that. They teach you that in culinary school. These scraps will be used for floaties. It's an old French term. Don't let anyone forget it. Alright, so I thought we'd get a little bit more rendered fat in there. We did not, but alas, look at all this delicious garlic oil we're going to throw in there right now. Going to throw a couple hunks of this fucking roasted garlic up in there. Ah, fuck yeah. Sizzle, sizzle, nice, nice. Now we're just going to cook this down. Nice and soft. Big old pinch of the salt. And any other herbs you want to bring to the table on this, now is when we would do it. We'll throw a little bit of chili in there. A little extra chili. Chili's good. I like a spice of the soup. So we're gonna go herb heavy, but I know I have a large container of oregano here somewhere that kind of needs to get used, so we're gonna throw some oregano in there. There it is. And again, that vibes, and we're gonna blend this up so the texture of a weird dried oregano won't be there. Ooh, not that much. That should get us going. Okay, we save that, we save that. And any herbs we're gonna throw in there, we should get in there now. Like this old crusty rosemary. Get it in. Makes sense. Rosemary, we're throwing beans in later. We want that flavor backbone to be in the house. Some thyme. Fresh ass, tasty thyme. Everyone wants thyme. Not enough thyme, right guys? Hey, yeah, that's good. Again, if you get a little of the woody stems in there, don't fucking complain about it. We're gonna Vitamix the fuck out of this. It'll end up being fiber for you, you know. Be happy about it. Don't cry. And what's this? Parsley. Old crusty parsley. I have fresh parsley, which we will use in the meatballs. I can't even fucking think. Meatballs are gonna get that. Oh, we said the dill, so save the parsley. Maybe we'll finish with the parsley. Nah, fuck it. Use the parsley. We'll add the parsley later because I don't want to overcook now. But we will most definitely add the dill. Let's trim the stems off just a bit. And then let's just go heavy on the dill in the soup. Fuck it. I'm doing it. And I'm going to throw a little bit of the dill in the meatballs just because I have so much. And why not? We're going to try it. Looks like we got some crusty old basil here too. I'd rather have this in the meatballs, but we'll throw the stems. The hearty stems can go in here. We'll throw those in with the meatball. So these are going towards the end before we start Blending rather. Alright, crank the heat up on a wee bit. I don't think we need this. That's going. We should chop this up, keep this at the ready. Where the fuck do I keep putting this thing? Here it is. Bada boy, what's up? You alright? That's gonna go in later. Let's chop this onion up for two things. This onion's getting chopped up. We're gonna use the bulk of it for our meatball. And then we're gonna use the rest for the soup. I like larger cuts of onion in my meatball, personally. I don't know how the rest of America feels, the rest of the world feels. But since this is gonna be double purpose for the soup and that, we're gonna cut it both. We're gonna just go all thin boys. And then we'll fucking, we'll just take a scoopy scoop when we need it and we'll make it work. All of my knives need sharpening. It is known. So I don't know. Is it a medium dice? I don't even know what we're calling this. It's some kind of fucking dice. You know what? We'll take this nubbin of an end. Put it right in the soup. I need another plate here. Slicey slice. What is it, Friday night? Man, nothing like making some soup at home on your Friday night, you know? You gotta stay in, you gotta avoid the coronavirus. You know? You don't want to get the fucking zombie disease that's out there. So all you can do is stay inside and cook with your dog. Ain't that right, fella? Oh, what's in your ear? I thought I got that out later. Look at this. This is an earring? Get out of there. Oh yeah, this looks real nice like. So we want to get this soft, and then once that's all soft, we're gonna add our liquids slash frozen liquids, because I'll be honest with you, my chicken stock is still frozen a bit. Am I gonna cook that down? Nah. And then a little celery. Nice add. Yes, I don't think I even want celery in the final product. I'm not gonna lie. A soup. I mean, I don't want chunks of celery in my weird. This isn't chicken noodle, you know. I don't mind it in the base. So here we go. Not in the final. Carrot either. I'd rather it there. Let's leave it where it belongs, you know what I mean? So that said, let's get this out of here. That's for the soup later. And the onions for the soup later. Okay. We gotta move on to meatballs. We gotta make sure we're not burning this over here. We're browning, not burning. If you have any wine, this is a good time to add it and cook it down. I don't. It's garbage though, that I know. I mean, I have wine, but we're not popping that right now. If it doesn't need it, just if you got it. If you got it, use it. If you don't, deal with it. You see this? Everything working right? Yeah, there we go. That looks good. So we got this fucking guy. This is live. Yeah. All right, good. All right. Oil, sopra the salt fat, mirepoix. And then we're gonna get the broth in here once this hits a nice color. It's almost hit that. It's looking real pretty. You see that? Let's see if I can show you how pretty. How pretty is it? It's that pretty. It looks fucking gorgeous. Like I said, don't care about the stems, but you know, if you catch a big one, you don't want that. Few minutes on that, and then we're gonna add a little tomato sauce to cook it down. Actually, we can do that now. It's tomato sauce I made, I don't know, did I stream that? It's a tomato sauce I made on some episode. Chill out, fella. I want to cook this down right now. I want this to kind of become part of the situation that's going on in here. So I want to, you know, get some of the liquid out, caramelize it a bit. It's raining out, dude. You can't go outside. I feel like I say that every time we do a show. It's constantly raining. When it stops, I'll let you out. I can see that it's still raining. So again, we're gonna fire that and let that cook down, that tomato cook down, and then we're gonna add our frozen chicken stock, which we'll have partially frozen. And then cover it, let that chicken stock become all part of it. We're gonna blend the shit out of that, and that will be the base of our soup. It's gonna be great. We're gonna throw all of these herbies in here, though. Let's not forget. And now's probably not a bad time to do it. It's a lot of dill. I'm concerned, but to be honest with you, I have no other uses for this dill, so we're just gonna use it. That's what Nona would do. Nona. I don't use that much dill on my soup. It's powerful, but we're doing it. This is gonna be more like a fucking Greek vibe now, honestly. The dill just reminds me of, like, you know, Greek shit. This could be Greek, this could be Italian, this could be Mediterranean. This doesn't, you know, we don't gotta get so separatist. It's gonna be what you want it to be. It's America. Make your own fucking soup. Figure it out. You know what I mean to tell you what it is. Shh, boy. Quiet. So, we're gonna make meatballs. For meatballs, we're going to definitely need not that. We're gonna need that. And what else do we ever need? Oh, these are breadcrumb. We're gonna need these. But let's think. We got meat. We got pork, 1 pound. Beef, 1 pound. So we got 2 pounds of bowl. Will I be making 2 pounds of meatballs tonight? The answer is an emphatic probably not, but we're gonna cook some of them in the soup broth. With the beans, I think it'll be real nice. I'm gonna ball them up and simmer them away. Now, I should probably just roast out the rest of it. We're gonna do it, dude. Just do it, you know? Alright. We're gonna roast them, Let's make it a balls. Good. put in work tonight. Blast your oven out to 400, 375, 400 vibe. So that's good. You see how the sauce kind of like simmered away and it's concentrated now? Tomato paste didn't work well here also, but we got tomato sauce, we got to use it. So I'm gonna add the frozen chicken stock. I'm gonna put it low, I'm gonna cover it. We're gonna let that simmer. Now, we're gonna try a different method here than what I normally would do, just because, well, I can. And I'm trying to make less dishes, more flavor, and we're experimenting anyway, so fuck it, it's fine. We got 1 pound of 80/20 ground beef and 1 pound of Vernon Valley Farms ground pork. How delicious. We need cheese, we need breadcrumb, we need egg, and we need milk. Hey, bud. I used to buy gallons of milk. Sometimes I bought quarts of milk. I found out I wasted a lot of milk when I did that. Started buying these little fucking guys. These are Organic Valley 6.75 fluid ounce, 200 mils of milk. I don't know if it turns it into a cup. I don't know what it is. It's got this cute little straw. Look at it. It does this. It's a little whoop, whoop straw. Very exciting. Shake well. I don't know why. But pretty much whenever I need cereal or I'm adding milk to something, I don't need a lot. I'm not baking. I'm not making fucking cakes here. So this is usually more than enough. Is this a cup? I don't know. I feel like I should measure this to know. I feel like I should know this in the future. Whatever this is, we're gonna use. We don't need it. We don't play with recipes here. So pop it like a sippy cup. Get your little straw in there and pour it out just like that. Squeeze it like a Capri Sun. I did this the other night with my cereal and got milk all over my fucking kitchen. It's not the easiest or way to operate. But the thing about these is really nice. You don't have to measure it because it's a cup. And it stays fresh longer, which is the key. So you buy like a 12 pack or 18 pack, whatever those, you don't even have to refrigerate it, which is kind of crazy, but they're probably better off in the fridge. So throw them in the fridge. And that yields you about a cup of milk. It's probably about what we would want anyway. So we're doing, here's what I'm thinking. Since this is gonna be especially herby vibe, I want to put the herbs. I'm thinking. I want to put the milk. I can just chop it up. I was thinking I was going to use all those herbs I put in the soup and the balls, but we're not doing that. So I'm thinking. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's see how it comes out. We're gonna put the cup of milk in here. All right. We're gonna throw the garlic that I would normally cut up for the meatballs. A couple cloves. I'm just gonna blend in with the milk. We're gonna get a garlic milk situation. It's gonna be very interesting. All right. So garlic, milk. I tell you, this soprasat might not be a bad idea to put in with the balls. Because I ain't gonna do anything in the soup. We're gonna add that to the meatballs. That's a great idea. Man, you're smart. Basil, in. The pinch of dill, in. We have all this time. Not that the time's going bad, but we can use the time. It'll come out real nice. Just a bit. Put these celery and carrots away. So I'm just gonna blend this up, make a weird, funky green mixture. milky, herby milk. How bizarre. We also, where'd the breadcrumb go? Where the breadcrumb at? We want, I don't know, how much breadcrumb do we want? Probably a cup. I feel like I should use it by weight, but nope. It's probably good, maybe some more, we'll see. Breadcrumb, milk, eggs, very important. Some grandma somewhere always said, ah, Jesus Christ, look at that fucking egg just cracked on my board. What a sensitive shell. My chickens aren't getting enough protein, clearly. Can I scoop this in here? Probably. Yep. Yeah, alright, nice. I'll shut coronavirus off. I'll be safe out there, kids. Okay? And a little egg on your board can't be fixed. A little hot water, you know what I mean? And again, sometimes I would cook these onions down prior to mixing it all together, but I kind of I'm feeling that vibe. I like a little raw onion in the ball. I've had it both ways. I like it the other way. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I just don't want to fucking waste my time right now. And these are gonna be delicious either way. I don't mind a couple chunks of big old onion in a meatball. And to the beef, and to the pork. If you can open it, and to the dragon, and to the, whatever's next on that list. This pork is still partially frozen in the middle. That's always what you want. It's false. You don't want that. Cheese is also of utmost importance. So now that we see this here, you can mash it up. It's only a little bit of pork in there. Let's get the milk in there. Garlic herb milk. Very bizarre, very strange. Let's get some of these onions in here. I like an oniony ball, you know what I mean? Let's get the chi in here. Enough chi to look right. Pecorino Romano. And then let's throw the remainder of this herby garlic oil in here, and I don't mind big old clumps of garlic. That don't bother me none. I'm scared. I'm just gonna start mashing this up with one hand, folding it all together. You don't want to overwork it. You definitely want to, if you have chunks of frozen pork like I do, you just want to manhandle them apart. It's like just barely frozen, so it's alright. Usually I do all beef in my meatballs, but I have this great pork here, and we're gonna use it. What I should have done, if I thought ahead, was add a bunch of parsley to that milk, and blended that in. But what we'll do is, let's see how this looks. The parsley's a really nice add, so let's give this a confused. Double talking. Let's give this a mix. Let's stop and add parsley. What are we gonna do? Looks like a good mix. I mean, a good, it's like a terrible mix so far, but it's a good blend of what we have in there. Let's get that parsley out. Let's not forget it. It's gonna come through. It's a big play. It's a delicious play. I don't mind some parsley stem. In fact, I endorse it. Powerful parsley flavor in the stem. All right, so we want a really fine dice on this. This would have been smart to blend. Like as tiny as you can make happen is what you want to happen here. Throw that bitch right up in there. Hey, I hear you, bud, but you gotta chill the fuck out. Now this parsley also, we're gonna want to fine dice. No one wants to chew into huge hunks of parsley like the one I just threw in there. Someone's gonna get that, but you know, flakes of parsley. What's the cooking term for this? Pain in the ass? That's definitely it. Chopping parsley is terrible. Rather peel potatoes. I'd rather be peeling potatoes. It's good enough. Parsley goes in. Straggling pieces of parsley ends here into our ongoing broth of goodness. Soprasata scraps we said we're going to put in. Because again, in the soup they're going to lose all the crispy and all the goodness, so why not throw them right in here? So a little fat and a little ends, that can go in the soup. That's got flavor. Anything with flavor, you know, right back in the fucking soup. That's what they say. No, we can rinse this out because we're going to blast the soup in here. The liquids are going to make a soupy base. So that's good for now. Let's re-glove. Re-glove, mix them up. I mean, are we going to fully make balls right now? No. Very important step that we're bypassing here. It needs to be done. We got a test of the ball. If you ain't testing your balls, I don't know. There's some clever line here, but I don't know it. So let's mix the fuck out of these balls, make a nice little tester, and see how it comes out. All right, so now we can get in here, really mix it all together. Everyone's balls are different, you know? Everyone's got different balls. Some balls are more wet and sloppy. Some balls are more, you know, tight and firm. Some balls are more meaty. Some are more cheesy, you know? I can already tell this ball should... What? I didn't even fucking salt this. Get your fucking head in the game, brother. You did add a bunch of cheese, so that's kind of similar. That's what happens when the salt's not in front of me. The salt's out of eye shot, I forget about it. This is a little not as wet as I prefer. I think I like my balls a little wetter than this. Another pinch of milk probably would have been a wise decision, but get this whole cloves of roasted garlic in here. Try to smash them up if you can. I don't mind it. If you're serving it to people, they might mind it. I don't really hate. This is actually not bad now that I'm getting in here. Like if I had something else I could throw in here, a little pinch of a liquid, it might be nice, but I think it'll be all right. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. Let's take a little ball. I feel like we've mixed it adequately. Let's take a little ball, palm it up. right into the pan. We cook that, and then we sample that, and we adjust it. We cook it, we sample it, we adjust, we cook, we sample, we adjust. You got the fucking point. A little bit more of this beverage here, you know what I mean? Ah, yeah. Thanks for joining, whoever just joined. Cheers. Wash them hands, keep that coronavirus at bay. Nobody wants that. That's covered in egg. We don't want this. Now it is a beef and pork ball. Usually I make just beef. So inherently it's going to have a little bit of a different taste. I think I got all my bases covered. I got the garlic in there. Bam. What else? I'm cleaning as I go along. This is a fucking real human being's kitchen, not a fucking set. Not trying to fucking sit here for an hour and a half cleaning the fuck up, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody fucking with that. They say it's always good to talk to the camera with your back towards them. Always talk to the audience with your back facing to show that you don't care about them. You disrespect them. So that's what I'm doing. All right, let's see where this has gotten us. That's still cooking a little bit. Let's check on this broth. Oh, all right, looking nice. We're all melted. Now, you know, let's give this a sample before we even blend it. I call this some kind of like a hot pot vibe. Maybe. But we won't. It's delicious. And it's exactly what we're going to want going into this game. So we're going to take this. We're going to pour all of this right in the old Vitamix. We're going to clean out the pot. Okay? Let's not have any stragglers left in here. Well, tomato sauce is alright. No chunky chunks, you know? No chunky chunks. Let's see how this meatball is before we burn the fuck out of it. Let that cool off for a second. Let's actually get the pan going. We can throw some butter in there. Because now we're on to the soup. You know, we're making soup now. And this is going to be our new broth. We just made the broth essentially. We're going to blend that up. Super flavor, layers and layers of flavor. Now we're going to add, a little bit of the onion. We're going to add the kale stems. Going to add some really nice greeny body vibe. Real nice. I said I'd chop up one of these garlic cloves for effect. Just a couple nice thin slices of garlic floating around in there will be real nice. Everyone appreciates the garlic. Okay? Now this is all gonna be floating around in the soup. Thanks for following, Orby boy. Respect. Let's try this meatball. See how it tastes. Yeah, I need it's actually pretty fucking good. If anything, you could use a pinch of salt. Cheese level's good on it. Bread and pork, good on it. I'm not mad at that. I'm just gonna keep that fucking ball how it is. Butter's going in there. Now we're gonna slowly saute all these aromatics. Hello. Very important business calls, you know? Sometimes you get important business calls mid-show, and you just gotta fucking go with it. This is going. It looks like it needs the carrot, not gonna lie, but I think it's gonna be alright. So we're gonna add the beans in there. We're gonna float a little bit of the meatball in there, so it doesn't need. We're gonna add some more tomato sauce, possibly. Now we're gonna blend this up. Everyone knows it's gonna get loud. It's a fucking blender. So don't fucking tell me it's loud like last time. We know. These meatballs are good. We're gonna take these meatballs to the house and we're gonna cook them. Blending! Go for a minute. This is gonna go a little bit of this in the soup probably. Ah, the beans. We gotta get the beans ready. Roman beans. Drain them. Alright, we've sufficiently blended the shit out of this base of sorts. Color was looking yellow. The color will probably chill out. There's a lot of vegetation in there. Still a beautiful color either way. Just taste it though, which is the important part here. Get your stupid mouth in there and taste it. It's good. The dill is definitely there. On the flip of that, it wasn't the first thing I tasted. There's a lot of dill in there. But it was not the first thing I tasted, which is good. This is really thin. I want to thicken it up a little bit. And I had these croutons I made last time. So I think I'm just going to throw a couple croutons in here. I was going to garnish the soup with these. I'm just going to throw a couple croutons in there, give it another quick blend. And that'll add a little bit of flavor from the garlic and the butter of the crouton, and also body it up a little bit. It's just a bit, just a blast. That should be perfect. Again, we're not trying to add crouton fucking flavor here. We just want to body this shit up a little bit. And hopefully that's what we did. Yeah. I could absolutely body this up. That handful definitely made this a little bit thicker, which is nice. Now I'm gonna add some more tomato to this. And I think that's gonna make a really nice mix. So we're just gonna go straight in with this. We're gonna add the tomato to that and cook it all there. Because the tomato sauce I made has a little chunk to it, but I don't mind the tomato chunk. These greens, these aromatics are lightly cooked, which is perfect. Because they're gonna continue to simmer in here. I'm gonna throw that weird base that we made in there. We're gonna dump the rest of this tomato product that we made in there. By product, I mean sauce. We're gonna rinse out the quart, because that's a good tomato sauce in there. And we're gonna dump it right in there. Dirty, dirty, dirty. This can get a rinse. I guess I'll get that later. I'll do a full clean on that. Vitamix. So let's see how this looks now. We added the tomato in here. That should significantly darken this up just a wee bit. If you have more tomato, add more. You know, if I had a whole other jar, I might throw it in here right now. But again, I'm playing with texture. I want this texture to look really nice. And this is what I want to see. Oh, look, there's the Parmesan rind from the soup. Good thing I didn't blend that. That'll be good. Let that cook in here for a minute. So this is almost like a creamy, herby, you know, chicken tomato base. It's pretty interesting. I didn't even expect it to kind of go this way, but I'm not sad with how it looks. And I think once that simmers for a little bit, that's going to come together really, really nicely. Then we're going to throw in the strands of Latticino kale. Because, you know, I make a soup and I'm going to eat it over the course of a couple days. I'm not making a big batch of soup and then, you know, I eat it one day. So I don't want to add, you don't want to add so much shit to it. Like if I was going to add pasta to this soup, I would make a small amount of pasta. I would make a small amount of pasta on the side and add it individually to my soup. Because if I add it all now and I reheat it in 3 days, the pasta's gonna be all chingada. It's gonna be bullshit. No one wants that. So this is gonna wilt when it's in there, so I might just, you know, rip pieces instead of slicing it. There's really no reason. It's a rustic soup, for lack of a better term. So I don't mind just kind of ripping up chunks of this Latticino and getting it in there. Smaller pieces, you know, like fingertip style. When I get these bigger ones, maybe I'll give them big cross-section cuts. Who could say? Thanks for following, whoever just followed. Thanks for watching, whoever's still watching. If you have questions, please play along. Remember, this is a live program. You can call the phone line. What is it? 843 Rebel TV. The phone will ring. You'll hear yourself on the fucking magic of the show. It'll be amazing. Meanwhile, I'll just be ripping the scale. Tiny little shards. This might even be too much. I don't want to overpower the soup with this kale. Because we have to add, I forgot, the beans. I just opened a can of Roman beans. Gonna try one. We're gonna cook these. We're gonna add these. They're already cooked beans, they're not dried. So let's let this get hot. Let's let this cook and, you know, kind of vibe together. And then we'll throw in the beans because they don't take long and I don't want them to shred apart. So maybe I'll save, let's say, some of these big leaves for me to eat since they're still in good shape, and I'll throw these lesser pieces in there. I don't want to overload it, like I said. Let's throw those scrappies in there. Let's keep these big boys for a fucking omelet or something. You know? That and that. Boom, boom. Where'd my music go? One now, set one. So we're gonna also roll, when we add the bean, well, prior to adding the beans probably, we'll roll some of these meatballs and throw them in there. We'll do little baby meatball boys to cook up in that sauce slash soup. This I'm gonna save. That's a perfect amount, I think, for the soup. This will be nice. I could actually rough chop that and make it a little smaller. Probably not the worst idea. And this kale, this kale can go in the fridge. Let's rough chop this to make it all a little bit more even. I said I wasn't, but just a rough to break it up. Okay, our oven's dialed in for meatball making. That looks good. So now we gotta make it up balls. Okay, so that's for the soup. I don't know what the hell all this excess stuff here is for. I don't know what we're gonna use that for. Breadcrumbs can go away. Hey, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Good. We just want, oh, there it is. The soup's going. Let's give it a stir, give it a taste. Wow, that's really, really good. Wow. I kind of love that. I thought I was going to need the meatballs in there to kind of bring it back to life. I do not think that is the case. I kind of like that exactly how it is. So, change of plans. We're still gonna make meatballs, don't worry. Wow, that's really good. I'm gonna add these beans now, because I don't want to, right? I want to add this now. Let's see. Let's put it here. Let's have the beans look at me for a while, and then I'll decide what to do with them. Can't decide. I can't decide if they're not looking and talking to me, you know what I mean? That base, I'm very impressed with where this base is. I did not expect it to be this tasty out the gate. Damn, you good. We're definitely gonna roll balls, so we're rolling balls. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roast some of these meatballs, and I'm also going to, damn, that's really good. I'm very pleased with how they came out. We're gonna roast some of those meatballs in this pan. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a couple baby balls, the ones I was gonna put in the soup. And instead of putting it in the soup, so it becomes a meaty mess, I'm just gonna cook those in the non-stick, just to give them a sear, and put them aside. Because I could cook them on the same dish here, but I'll be honest with you, I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to go in and pick out tiny meatballs halfway through. So these should be good. Yeah, just casually rolling some meatballs. I'm gonna grab, make them a nice size, and maybe we make a whole bunch of different sizes. Who knows? Let's see where we go. Shh. It's pouring rain outside, daddy boy. Ain't going out. Relax. That's about the size I like my meatball, I guess. Maybe we'll make some smaller ones. Maybe we'll make some bigger ones. Let's see where we go. Let the muse guide your meatball making, you know? Just take like a deep breath. Just, you know, like, let the meatballs, like, you know, tell you, you know? Let the meatball tell you where you're gonna go today, you know? So yeah, what do we got here? We have like 2 pounds Start a little on the dry side. It should be more moist. Kind of. I mean, we ate it and it was tasty, so let's just stick with it. The soppressata in here is a nice little touch. Last time I did something like that, I added a little mortadella to my ball. Some mortadella and your meatballs, real nice, like, you know, real treat. Real fucking treat for the kids. You know, your fucking Vinny gets in there, he grabs one of the meatballs before the meal and he bites it and he goes, oh! Real nice. What's that? A little mortadella in there? Yeah, you like treat yourself, kid. Treat yourself. Get yourself something nice with a little mortadella ball. I don't know. What fucking, is that a character? I don't know what that is. One of these is not like the other. One's a softball and a land of golf balls. What is this, like a step up from a golf ball, I guess? I don't know. Whatever, dude. Fuck ever, dude. Just fucking rolling balls here. Some gloved up ball making, you know? Who's calling me? You're making me ruin another glove. Killing me. Very important business. Doesn't stop. That soup's simmering away. Fuck it, we're going in. Beans in. Kale in. Give it a tossy toss and we'll be set to fucking go. I mean, this is not what I expected the soup to look like at the end of the day, but I'm loving what it looks like. Nice big old piece of some rustic ass bread with that. That's rustic ass bread, really delicious. Glove or glove? What's glove? Or should I save my gloves for the upcoming coronavirus epidemic? I think we'll just use it now. Is everyone staying clear of the coronavirus out there, I hope? Put my phone over here. All right. Anyone with questions, feel free to hit me up on the phone, hit her on the Instagram, on the chat fucking line. Oh, we got roasted garlic. Yeah, just fucking smash that right in there. We'll answer all your questions about weird fucking soup making and weird fucking meatballs. I'm still impressed by how good those fucking meatballs taste. I mean, that fucking soup tastes with a lot of dill in it. Who knew? I always let my dill go fucking bad because it's too aggressive of a flavor. But when you cook it down and blend it up, it changes form. Underrated. Dill. Very underrated. Gotta say. God, I'm making all these meatballs and I'm not very hungry really at all. But we're gonna, you know, the good thing about meatballs is you can make them, pop them, you know, chill it down, pop them in the fridge, and they can freeze them. And when you need some meatballs, boom, you pull them out. We're all balled up, son. We're ready to go. I got part of me wants to make a couple mini meatballs. Perhaps we will. Let's fill this tray out with 3 smaller balls. We'll roast these. Let's equalize these big balls. Some of these are a little bit bigger than they need to be. Not a ball making expert or anything. I mean, like 3 of these are huge. They don't need to be that big. So let's fix it. You don't want a fucking giant meatball. Those places that have like meatballs the size of your fucking head, you gotta go. Just make a normal sized meatball. Stop being a fucking asshole. The place is so good. They got big meatballs. Why? Can't make a fucking normal meatball with your life? These are fucking done. Put these in your oven. If you want, keep your gloves on. Throw these in, I don't know, check them in 20. Check them in 10, because that's what the timer's set for. Now we're gonna make some mini balls to go in the soup. We'll just throw them right in that pan there. Hopefully that wire doesn't fucking catch. I'm just making these like, you know, tiny size, like knuckle size, you know? And then when I make, like I said, when I make the soup, I can compile it with some of this. A ball or 2 on there. Instead of them just becoming soggy bullshit messes in the soup over the course of 2-3 days. In fact, even adding the kale is kind of dumb. But the kale is hearty, especially that kale. That kale could be in there and take a beating. That could get reheated a couple times and not be disgusting. Should just start throwing these in the pan instead of fucking around. Little mini balls. Ciabatta boy, I'd give you a mini meatball, but I don't think you're allowed to have onions. So, take her off the table for you, bud. Sorry. You ate all the turkey though today. I gave you that turkey I made yesterday. So I thought it was meh. You were a big fucking fan, so you know. Good on you for eating that shit. You're a trooper, bud. You eat all my garbage food and you know you love it. You're like, I don't know, dude. It's pretty good. He's my biggest fan of my food. It's my dog. Because when I think it sucks, he loves it. Don't you, bottom boy? Come on in. Come on in. Say hi to the people. Come on, bud. Say hi. I said say hi to the people. All right. That's the end of the balls. That's the end of the gloves, rather. Garbage is getting full. Said I wasn't gonna have a drink today, but I feel like having one already. Gotta detox a little bit. A long week. Now, if I knew this soup was going to be this color, I probably would have picked a different bean color. Like I would have picked a nice bright red bean. Although these aren't that bad, but these are like, these fucking things look like pinto beans. A nice borlotti bean, perhaps, would have been very nice with the red and white striping. A nice borlotti bean, you know? Alright, so let's fucking clean up a little bit, and then we'll plate up the soup with some of those mini meatballs. I'll eat it. And then I'll show you, if that's over, I'll show you the meatballs out of the oven when they're done, and then we'll move on with our respective nights, because we both have fucking things to do. But I like overall how that soup came out. I think it's really good. In retrospect, you know, shooting from the hip making soup, I would have used a different bean. So what do we learn? Be mindful of the bean you're adding. I know I wanted a bean in here, but you know, the shooting from the hip nature of this soup didn't really allow me to fully realize that my soup might look like a golden curry of sorts, but it's okay. Because it looks pretty, I mean, it's delicious, which is the key. It looks a little different, that's okay. It's not exactly what I envisioned color-wise, but that don't mean it's bad. That don't mean it's bad at all. All right, let's move this mic. We can get in here and get in the chat zone. Chat a little bit. Very confused. There we go. We want this to be here. This could be here. This is a great look. I can sit, work the pan, cook the meatballs slightly, and then come back here, check my messages. Cooking meatballs. We're gonna make up a plate here, make it look real pretty. We're gonna post it online, that's right. Forgot that part. Bada boy, relax. Oh, burning. You gotta tell me when this is happening, people. How am I supposed to leisurely cook in a seat and read fucking chat logs? A little water in there. This soup will benefit greatly from a nice dollop of cream. And again, like most things in my soup, I'd wait until you're about ready to serve it. You can make a big batch of soup, chill that shit down, put it in the fridge, and when it's soup time, scoop out enough for your soup and then finish it. Add all the other shit. You want to add cream, add some cream. You want to add pasta, add some pasta. But do that before you chill it. Make the base of the soup that can take a reheating or two without getting gross. No one wants your shitty reheated noodle soup with soggy ass limp dick noodles. No one wants that, I promise you. Even my dog doesn't want that. He has fucking standards. I don't feed him trash. He has fucking standards, you know? So, I'll show you how we're gonna plate this soup, make it nice and pretty. Not like you're gonna make this at home, 'cause your soup's gonna be quite different. Check on these meatballs. Should be up in a minute. Oh yeah. Meatballs be ballin', dog. Fucking computer's all greasy and shit. Can't get anything done. What's up, buddy? Shabbat boy, come here. Come. Come on, bud. Alright, I'll see you. That's 10 on the balls. Give them a little rotate. Tell you they're looking nice. Another few minutes on these boys. Woo. Looking real nice. Real nice. Couple few minutes on those, and those will be good. But let's plate this soup. So what I'm gonna do is kill the heat because the soup is good to go. All right. So in the pot, we have the broth that was made from onions, celery, carrot, tomato, all the garlic, kale stems, something else, hold on. Herbs, all the herbs, basil, parsley, thyme, and more importantly, copious amounts of dill. I thought I had less, but a lot of dill. We took that and we blended it and made a base, which is the bulk of this yellow color that you're seeing here. Once we had the base, we added some tomato sauce that we had on hand. We added strips that we ripped up of latticino kale. And Roman beans, which I'm trying to fish a couple beans out because we're a little bean light. There we go. Some nice Roman beans. And then in parallel, we made beef and pork meatballs with all of the extra herbs that we had, some of the onions, and all of that goodness. So, you know, throw a couple meatballs in here. Splash the whole plate, make a mess. Doing this for the grams, so you gotta make it purty. Make it purty, make it nice. Okay. And since we said the word ribiota earlier, let's throw a crouton or two in there. because there is also croutons in the broth. We use croutons just to give it some thick body. If I had parsley ready, I'd throw some on top. I do not, but I do have some super delicious olive oil that we give it a little finishing hit with. And I mean, I'm ready to eat that. I'm gonna take a pic of that for the kids. Is this Italian meatball soup? I don't know. Or wedding meatball soup, isn't that what they call it? Italian wedding meatball soup? Probably not. Is it ribotta? Probably not. Is it minestrone? I'm confident in saying it is definitely not minestrone. Is it smelling really delicious? Yes. Is it edible? Absolutely. We're gonna get in here, we're gonna try it. I was right. Get out of here, crouton. I don't want you yet. Yeah, it's delicious. What a great soup. You could do anything with the power of a Vitamix at your hand. Sorry. We took all those scraps, essentially. Glorified, flavorful scraps. Treat them right. And blend it up into that goddamn delicious soup. I'm gonna let that chill out. That soup's gonna chill out, get to temp. We're gonna put it in the fridge. And that's gonna be good for the weekend. We're going to finish off the meatballs, let them chill out, put those in the fridge also. Freeze them. They might make an appearance at a later date, who can say. This soup is fantastic. I'm not really even sure what to call that. But I'm a big, big fan right now. All right. Not much more to say here. No one wants to watch me eat this. I know. I'm gonna shut this one down. Call this a great success. Right, guy? That's right. That's not a prize. Thanks for joining. Follow me on Instagram at HackChef. We'll do this shit again. Cue up them beats. We will see you next time. Oh. Wait for it. See you next time.